And welcome back. We're looking at the 2024 KLX 300R, and as mentioned in a previous video, we're going to get rid of that ugly charcoal box and do a pair valve delete as well. We've got all the pieces here from Smart Moto. It's not sponsored, but this is where you get these pieces, and I will leave a link in the description directly. If you have one of these bikes, you'll need these parts. So not only are we going to remove that air box, or that charcoal box rather, we got to remove some of the tubing and whatnot out of here as well. I will probably take off some of the panels that I don't even need to take off, just to make it more visible. We'll see. I haven't gotten into it yet. I haven't even really looked at it yet to see what all we need to do. I do know we need to take off the side panel first and foremost, and then down here, the instructions I believe say to remove the gas tank. You don't need to do that. We may do it just to make it, again, more visible for the camera, but we'll wait and see what we get into. So I'm going to start by taking off this side panel. Oh, and before I go any further, most people get rid of this due to popping on decel, and apparently it makes the bike run a little bit leaner. I do have an EJK tuner that I've ordered. It's not here yet. That'll be a separate video. So I am going to add that with this. And so let's get started. We're going to take this side panel off and have a look and see how we get this charcoal box off. But we may start up front first and work our way back. So I am going to take off the side panel. This is a 5mm hex. If you watched the battery video, I show you how to put this panel back on. It can be a little tricky. Now you don't need to remove the seat, but we are going to. I did remove the battery bracket because I wanted to see where this tube's going, and it's literally just right under the battery here. This really has nothing to do with the pair valve itself, but if you have a California model, you'll have this janky looking box on here. And by meaning it has nothing to do with the pair valve, I mean as far as this block off kit. So I am going to take off the radiator shroud here to give you more of an idea of what we're looking at. There is a 8mm. Boy, they don't want that thing flying off there, do they? This is kind of why I wanted to take this off. This is the pair valve right here. It is hard to see with the shroud on there, but much easier to see without. So we're going to be eliminating this, as well as this plate, and then all the tubing that goes along with that. The first thing we need to do is unplug the pair valve. And to unplug the pair valve, you push down on the top, then you pull it out. It's unplugged. Now this has got a little hook in between the radiators. If you were going to leave it somewhat stock, you could just loop this back around, and there's tutorials on how to do that. You would leave it in place and then just cap it off. Here's our pair valve right there. We can undo these hoses. We're just going to leave them on because we're taking it all out. Front of the engine here, this is an 8mm. There's one of them. And again, you don't have to remove this shroud, just easier for you to see what I'm doing. And we've got one of these on the other side. We're going to remove that. One other little tip, actually, if you turn the wheel, you can fit a socket right there. Makes life a lot easier. I did that with the other side. We reuse this part. I think it's a reed basically. But there is the system. Little valve here, which is, again, it's a reed, I guess. Leave the gasket that's on there. We put our new gasket on, and then we put our cover plate on, our Smart Moto cover plate. We're going to put that in its place, and then we have our Allen heads, which you need to use some thread locker on these. We've got everything kind of just with one screw sandwiched together. We're going to take the screw back out once we put this together, but for now we're going to just put it together without the thread locker, tighten one of them up, and then put it back in with the thread locker. So it's going to be kind of tricky for me to actually film this, but we're going to try our best. Okay, we got that other side in. We've taken this one back out. We're going to throw some red Loctite, or thread locker, whatever you want to call it, on there. Then we would thread it back in. Here's an idea of what we're looking at. There we go. The last thing to do on this side of the bike, relating to this block off, is to actually take care of this plug. In the kit, they give you an eliminator. Just simply plug that in, and there it is. We're going to wire tie that up here. Now we still have this to deal with. We're going to push this to the other side. I'm probably going to take off the shrouds on this side just to give you a little better visual. So here's our other side that we're dealing with, and you can follow this down and it goes to the airbox. So we need a pair of pliers to get this clip off, sliding this clamp off right here. Just make sure we get it off of there. And now we should be able to pull it off. There we go. We have a little cap to put on right here. This little cap is included in the kit. Just slide it on. We are going to put a wire tie on that. They don't give you one. Okay, we are back on the other side. This is going to be step 2, which is probably a little bit more involved. The first thing we need to do is figure out how this canister comes off. These should be 8mm. Everything else has been. Wow. This thing looks fancy schmancy. So that's the inside of the canister. We are going to unstrap it. So we need to get this bracketry completely off of here. These should just pull out as well. We're going to trace those down just so we can show you how it all goes together. I am going to take off the fender next. All that for that. Could I have gotten to that without taking this off? It appears I could have. You don't need to take that off. It's right here. So I remove this top one. Now we have the one in the airbox, or in the battery box, sorry. Jeez. And these are held on with, looks like orange Loctite. Didn't even know that was a thing. There's that whole assembly. This probably weighs 3 pounds by itself. 2 pounds maybe. Pretty heavy. So the easiest way would be just cut all these, but I'm gonna keep them all intact in case I ever want to sell this. I could say, hey, here are the parts to make it California legal. So I have tilted the tank out of the way just to give you an idea. This is the breather tube from the gas tank that goes all the way back. We can just get that out of there. That's some sort of filter. We can actually, we're gonna pull this completely off. Hopefully we don't lose our tank in the process. And we're gonna pull this through. We're just gonna put a regular breather hose on there. Yeah, we got it through there. Here's another clamp. Here's the junction right here where everything plugs into. We're actually gonna unbolt this. But here it is. You can see our tubing. And then we've got to undo this plug, push it down and pull it out. And also from Smart Moto, we have this, which goes in its place. You just plug it in and there we have it. So what this does is it eliminates the engine light that you will get on. So if you don't loop this around, you'll have an engine light code, and that's what that's for. So we're going to take off these hoses right here, and then we'll get rid of these other hoses that are attached to this. Tubes off of here. There's another piece of the puzzle, and we'll wire tie this somewhere. There's also another bracket down here that we can get rid of. Back to this side, we've just undone some of those hoses, so we get the complete charcoal canister out of the way. Here's that same tube, and do that clamp. Okay, this is why I wanted to remove the tank, so you could see this. So this is that tube. That hose, I keep calling it a tube, but it's a hose from the other side. We're going to pull it through so you can get a look at it. This is all that section that we just pulled, and it goes on top of the throttle body right here. We can just pull this off, hopefully. There we go. Pull it off, and now we've got a nipple that we put on there. And here, this comes in the kit. We just slide that on top. I don't think we really need a wire tie for that one. It's really not going anywhere. And that's it. We've removed all of the EVAP California emissions bull. So now we got to put the bike back together and start it up. We are back where you should be. You didn't have to take these shrouds off. Certainly didn't have to take this rear fender off. That was a miss on my part. And you didn't have to take the tank off. I just took those items off to show you what it looks like, hopefully in a little bit better detail. We're gonna put the seat back on. Again, if you've watched the video with the battery, you've got a section here that needs to attach it here. So you just kind of shimmy it down, give it a little knock, and that's it. See, these got hooks on them. You get a feel for where that needs to go. Give it a little tap into there. And you've got your grommet, which if you want to watch that battery video, it shows all this in great detail. The other side is very similar. Go ahead and get your hooks where they need to be. Give it a little shove. There you go. The last order of business, we need to install a vent tube. We can just put it like a normal dirt bike goes. And we're going to use some of the tubing we ripped off. This has got a sheath around it, so we can actually pull that off or cut it off. Put this on. We will actually just cut this. Stick that right there. There we go. And one of the very last things to do is to start it and make sure that it actually starts and runs and there's no engine light that comes on. There you have it, no engine light. We are good to go. The last thing I'm going to show you is the weight savings. I didn't do this for the weight savings, but as mentioned before in another video, this bike is heavy, so any little bit will help. And I don't know how much, but 5.1. So that's pretty good. I was thinking about 3 or 4. I had read online where people were saying it was like 10 pounds. I didn't believe that. And of course, before we look at the engine, that looks so much better. 100 times better. And here we are. If you remember, there was hoses running up here. The pairing valve was up there. So it looks a little bit less intimidating. There's only a few hoses and wires, whereas before it just seemed like it was covered with hoses and wires. So definitely a cleaner look. And so far I'm happy with it. I haven't really ridden it yet, but I'm happy with getting that vacuum canister off of there. That was a big, big win for me. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Any questions or comments, feel free to post those below. And as always, thanks for watching.